Hello everyone, today I'm going to be giving you my review of the Surface Pro 5 or the Surface Pro 2017 edition in 2021, and I'm going to be telling you what I like, what I don't like, and what eventually made me return this laptop after 4 days of use.
I don't know what you want. Let's have a bit of fun till I downfall. My love, if you feel like I do right now, don't say you're on the run to the other side, my love.
So to avoid wasting your time, I'm just going to be straight up telling you that this notebook is a really great device and totally worth it if you can pick it up for around £350. I got mine for £400, but I'll come back to that in a bit. But before that, let's look at what you get for your money. So all models pack a 12.3 inch 2736 by 1824 touchscreen with a 3:2 aspect ratio with around 270 ppi. The screen is vibrant, bright, with punchy colors and good blacks. Great for web browsing, watching YouTube videos, playing games, etc. Around the side of the display you get a pair of stereo speakers which are loud enough for on-the-go listening and watching movies. I'll do a speaker test for you right now.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side.
Around the sides you get a mini display port, a full-size USB 3.0 slot, charging port, and a 3.5mm headphone jack. On the bottom you get the keyboard attachment port, which allows you to connect all Surface type covers from Pro 3 keyboard to the latest Pro 7 type covers, so all of them work fine, and the keyboards are in summary really good and have backlighting. A testimony of that is that I wrote the whole script of this video on this keyboard and couldn't tell a difference. But if you want, I can do a separate keyboard review for you guys, just let me know. Okay, so let's get to the back side of the device, and here you get a hinge and a micro SD slot underneath the hinge. This hinge is really good. It makes the Surface Pro as it can allow you to use the device in any form factor. So you can use it on your lap, you can use it on the desk as a normal laptop, or you can even prop it up down to 130 degrees and use it as a drawing tablet. On the topic of drawing and notebooks, this screen has a really good digitizer. It is great and accurate for what it is. It gives you around 496 pressure points, so it's good enough for most people. It can do drawing and stuff like that really good, and with even the most basic Surface Pro 3 pen you get all of the functionality. And I have a Surface Pro 3 pen and a Surface Pro pen, and I only feel that the pen glide is a bit more fluid and a bit more paper-like with the Pro pen, but apart from that, the Surface Pro 3 pen isn't too much different from it, and I can do a separate review for both of them. But as I mentioned, if you move up to the higher end models, it genuinely feels like you're writing on paper without the waste of actual paper. So performance wise, my model is rocking an Intel 3rd gen M3 processor with 4 gigs of RAM and 128 gigs of SSD storage. The performance is what you would expect. excellent for productivity tasks, watching movies, light video editing, and light gaming. Performance is good, but don't expect it to rock your world or anything. And I can make a separate gaming review for you guys if you want. Just comment down below. But on the topic of gaming, I want to mention that this PC or this laptop doesn't have any fans, so do keep that in mind, that after a few minutes of gaming the PC does start to heat up, and depending on the load it definitely will throttle. However, the camera performance will be the same for everyone. The 8 megapixel 1080p back camera is satisfactory at best. I wouldn't use it for anything apart from taking pictures of notes and stuff like that. But the front 5 megapixel 1080p front facing camera is really good, even for 2021 and the whole remote working situation. Let's quickly talk about the battery life. So the model that I have is a refurbished one from Argos, and it serves my use well. It lasts me around 4 hours of constant Zoom meetings, and after which I have to plug it in the wall. But on a regular day it gives me around 5 to 7 hours of medium use, and if you're not using it a lot, it has really good standby times. However, none of these are being sold as new, so if you're picking it up used, your battery life may vary on how much the laptop was used. In conclusion, this laptop is really good for most users, even in 2021, and I would expect it to work great the next few years even. And the price to quality ratio in 2021 is really good. Yes, you can pick up newer lower end models sold by HP, Acer, Lenovo, etc., but they cannot match the versatility of a Surface. And if you are having difficulty deciding between a Surface Pro 5 and a Surface Go, I would definitely recommend the Surface Pro. However, there is a big gripe that I have with this model, and to be honest, with how the retailers here in the UK are selling them. So as I mentioned, my model is an M3, and many retailers like Argos and John Lewis were selling these and are still selling these M3 models incorrectly, stating that these are Surface Pro 6s, whereas Microsoft themselves only ever made the i5 models and the i7 models, so these are just refreshed Surface Pro 5s. So just be on the lookout for that, as I picked up this model with an M3 thinking that it was a Surface Pro 6, but it turned out to be a Surface Pro 5, and now I'm just returning it and picking a Surface Pro 6 with an i5. Let me know if you guys would like to see a review of that, and I think that's about it. Let me know if you guys have any questions regarding this laptop. Are you thinking of picking it up for yourself? Until next video, take care. Dr. Review signing off.